typical portrait orientation. I started that day of shooting with an early morning walk in the neighborhood, but it was just maybe not quite early enough to really benefit from the morning soft and golden light. Still, it was probably the best light I had to work with for the whole day. After that, it turned out more challenging with fluctuating light and weather. I guess having the lightning conditions changing every 3 minutes is more difficult to work with than a completely grey sky with dull light. Quite quickly I got interrupted by a very friendly old Japanese man. He was a true adventurer, living in a tent, selling small paintings to travel as much as he can to enjoy nature and hiking. He found somewhere easy to live in and very cheap with Okinawa, but as soon as I told him I come from Switzerland, he was all out asking questions about how much it costs on a budget and whether his style of traveling is feasible there. One of his dreams is climbing the Matterhorn. I only got 2 photos, one of his tools and a portrait of himself, and I wanted to stress out the importance of being familiar with your gear and your settings. I was in a rush and did not feel extremely comfortable because it's not something I do on a regular basis, but at least I could get those 2 pictures quite swiftly without breaking the atmosphere and making him wait awkwardly. I got a few more shots around the beach and at this shrine located next to it. Despite having stayed and photographed mostly in the urban areas of Okinawa, I could definitely see some different landscapes, some different colors and texture if I compared to other regions of Japan. After about 2 hours of shooting, it was time for breakfast, and I can tell you they are not joking with the portion size here. The footage doesn't really do it justice, but it was about $6 and it was tasty and very filling. Then I decided to move towards the city center / shopping district to see if there was something to do with the harsh light. I wanted to find compositions with highlight and shadows, but as I said earlier, the weather was difficult to play with. Once I found a composition, I had to wait for a subject to come in my frame, but in the meantime clouds came in, and yes, I had a subject, but the interesting light pattern was gone. I knew the existence of this pretty wide area of covered Shotengai, which translates to shopping street, and given the difficulties I was facing with the light, I thought that it would be less of an issue there. There was plenty of good photo opportunities and I had a lot of fun there, but after a while it can be a little bit overwhelming. A lot of people, a lot of colors and textures. I really like the retro Japanese vibes there, but it is definitely not somewhere easy to find clean and minimal composition. Let's say that you really have to embrace the mess. After a bit more shooting and after I had lunch, I decided to head back to the hotel for a 2-3 hours break. I will not pretend I was out the whole day, telling you the truth and how I deal with my shooting days. It started to be blazing hot, and I'm sure there was something to do with this harsh midday light, but I needed to cool down with the AC for a bit. When I recollected myself and got ready to go out for the afternoon and early night shoot, the weather got even more weird and kept changing all the time. It was definitely a challenge to deal with this kind of weather because I couldn't really settle in a mood or settle in a way of shooting. When the light is harsh, you can cope with it and photograph what works best in that scenario. Same with a very grey, moody sky, you can go for a darker, more melancholic style of shooting, but as it was changing so quick, I just improvised and did not really get outstanding pictures. I had a look at this nearby Chinese garden before going back to the shopping, dining district to shoot a bit more and have dinner with my wife after work. I saw this very good panning shot opportunity and I really wanted to get one with a taxi. I managed to get this one, which on the technical aspect is very good, but the taxi is not the color I wanted. There are a lot of blue taxi in Okinawa and I wanted to get this panning shot with a blue taxi, but it will have to wait next time, I guess. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. You can support my work on Patreon or by buying my presets, which I believe are really good. Until next time, bye.